All right. Hey. What's going on, my peeps? This your boy Vanara Scott, Sir N of Crane himself. It is July the 18th, 2026 to him. How's everybody doing? Today we are, my guest today is Mr. George. What's going on, George?
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
All right. I'm sure we got some more people that's coming on. Let me check as I usually do. I'm gonna make sure that we're live on Facebook. I'm gonna make sure that we're live on what's the name. Then we're gonna do the intro. So yep, we got it. YouTube is definitely live, and then we're gonna check Facebook right quick, and then we're gonna do the intro. Let's see. Facebook, are we live? Facebook, let's see. We are. Make sure we're good. Yep, we're live on Facebook. All right, let's do the intro and let's get this party started, everybody.
Calling all heroes. Crank it up. Let's go. Crane style forever. Lights up every show.
All right. Like I said, once again, this is your boy Vanara Scott, Sir Anna Crane himself. It is July the 18th, 2026 to him. Got George here, and he's going to help us with the topic for today. And the topic's up there. Do you consider people who use AI, that stands for artificial intelligence for those who do not know, to be artists, creators, or producers? All right. George, off the top of your head, before I start the subjects, you want to give your opinion on any of this off the top of your head?
It's the way of the future.
It's the way of the future. And there are a lot of you. I didn't hear you.
So we use it at work.
Okay. And I don't want to get into your particular field of employment. But how has it benefited you, I guess, as an individual?
Thank you.
It cuts down the time to configure a lot of stuff. Instead of having to write code or something like that, a lot of the AI stuff we can get a lot faster pace.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Why do you think, in your opinion, people are so set against AI?
No.
It's not proven. It's the unknown.
Oh, that is a good point. It's the unknown.
Well, in this line of work, people want to use AI, so we have to write stuff that's
not as strong.
legally bound sometimes, and so it's you have to watch, because at some point it's going to be very much contested in courts. Right now it's not, but that's the next thing coming.
Right, and I'm actually going to bring that up later on as one of the topics once we get everybody going. So let me start it off with a couple of, I know it's not directed towards you, but anybody that may want to join, I'm going to give them a little bit of ground rules. Make sure I got it on Facebook so I can look at the comments. Okay.
Just heads up, I'm on Wi-Fi, and my reception is going to be patchy, and my phone, and I don't have too much battery, so I may not be able to last too terribly long with you.
Okay. Oh, and that brings up a good point, guys. with this StreamYard or whatever streaming, there is a delay. So if it sounds like I'm cutting you off, I'm not cutting you off, guys. It's just that there's a delay when I say something and they say something. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that goes. But let's show off some ground rules. For anybody that wants to join, please watch your language. Let's not talk about politics. I know that can be avoided, especially with a subject like this. Avoid talks of anything sexual, only fun stuff. I have the right to reserve to let you go. A few slip-ups of curse words is fine, but let's not blatantly just do curse words and talk about, just this isn't Def Comedy Jam. So kind of watch your tone. So anyway, now I'll repeat this for anybody that's joining in. So let's start the topics, and then whoever joins in will join in. Now, my opinion on this, do I consider people who use AI to be artists, creators, or producers? My opinion just depends on how much human involvement is put into the task. Now, I know that Mr. George here had mentioned that he uses it at his place of employment, and it helps him with certain duties and stuff like that. That's a great topic for anybody who wants to join in on this. But I'm mostly, I guess for right now, people who create things like, I guess, books and comic books and all these other little things, videos and stuff. People consider them not to be creators. I say it just depends on how much involvement they have in there. So, like if you, I'm gonna give an example. I saw an advertisement online and it said, you want to surprise your dad with a book for Father's Day? You just give me his name and a picture of him and what he likes. So if he likes golfing, you just put that in there and they'll write a 100-page book about golfing and your father will be an author. I do not agree with that. I don't agree with people who make money saying they're a producer when they say, hey, just give me a children's cartoon, and they don't even say, create the characters or anything. What is your opinion about that, George?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It needs to be some more human involvement with that.
Okay. And I think that you mentioned that too about you. Well, I was going to get into it. It's going to be number 6 on this list, but like copyrights. With the copyright, I'm not an expert on legal matters. I'm sure you are. So you can tell me, like, as far as I know that they say with AI, something that you create, there's stipulations on whether you own the copyright. If you actually draw the character or write a document in your own words, then that's 100% your copyright. But do you know how it works with AI and copyrights?
Not on that part, I don't. I just know as far as our end, there's not been too much set in court on how it works or what it can do and what it can do. But that's just my end. I don't know that. I don't know that part.
Okay. And I think I don't want to speak. I'm not an expert in the field, but from my knowledge, please correct me. Any of y'all who are watching, I like to be proven wrong. So please, if you're an expert on this, how does the copyright involve AI? I think it has to do with human involvement. So I'm going to actually break that down here. We're going to start with number 1. For those of you who are against AI, what if, let's just say if a person writes a story, they have a good plot for a story, they create all the characters, the settings, all that good stuff, but they get AI to help smooth it out, like ChatGPT or something like that. Would you consider that to be their story, or would you consider that to still be like AI? The term is AI slop on social media that I've seen. So would you consider, I guess, George, I'll start with you. Would you consider that to be their creation, or since AI helped them to create it?
It's a hybrid creation.
What was it? Water, good off the table on the
It's a hybrid?
Yeah, how about that?
Okay. I see it the same way. you know. But I will say too, when we go on Microsoft Word or any of these programs, or even on social media, and you misspell a word and it has the little red squiggly line underneath it, isn't that the equivalent of social media as well? I mean, AI as well.
No, because that comes from a dictionary.
Okay, that comes from a dictionary. Okay, okay. So let's move on to the next one. And for any of you guys that want to join in, we can come back to these questions. So let's go to number 2. What if the creator gives the exact details of the characters and the AI draws it? And I was saying, isn't that the same if you give the exact details to a digital artist and he draws it? Because I've done this before. I've written 2 books so far, and you have to do a cover art. And so I will actually kind of slightly draw the character. Hold on one moment. Hey, Marzel, what's going on, man?
What's up, brother?
Man, we're talking about this artificial intelligence today.
Yeah, I know. That's what the topic is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like your Malcolm X glasses. So, Marzel X, I just messed with you. So we gonna start from the beginning again.
Okay.
Overall, do you consider people who use AI to be artists, creators, or producers? Overall,
It depends on what they're using the AI for.
okay.
You know.
Okay.
If they're primarily using AI for everything and not using their own creative stuff, then I don't think that that's a good thing, because AI is doing all the work. You're not doing anything. So,
Yep. It goes back to my opinion. Depends on much human involvement is put into the task.
yeah.
So I totally agree with you on that one. So I asked George this question. I guess I'm gonna ask you. What if somebody creates a story and it's a great story? They have the plot for the story. They create all the characters, have all the details of the characters, the settings, and everything. But they use AI to kind of smooth out the plot. You know what I'm saying? Like they might find some inconsistencies and they say, ChatGPT, help me to iron out this plot. Now, would you still consider that their story?
No.
Okay.
No. If you have to get assistance, then you basically cheating. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
When you're using another like source to the story or your story, I feel like that's you just basically, it's kind of like falsifying documents. You know what I'm saying? To a degree.
Okay.
That's how I look at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that brings us to the next one. It kind of goes along with it. But what if, this is the what if section, the creator gives the exact details of a character and AI draws it. Now, the way I see it, isn't that the same? If you are, let's just say you're making a book and you have the cover art and you tell the person who's drawing it, hey, I want this character to look like this, his hair is like that, the setting is behind there. They draw it for you, and you do what's called a not release of information, where you transfer the ownership to that artist. You know what I'm saying? So would you, I guess this is for both of you guys, would you consider them to be an artist even though that they created it? You know what I'm saying? They came up with the exact idea for the character, but they just can't draw.
Oh, that's where it gets a little foggy for me, because you're putting in the information of how you want this character to look and all that stuff, and then they're just giving you the idea. That's kind of tough, man. I don't know.
What you think, George? I think George is frozen. Oh, yeah, he had to knock out. Yeah, that is kind of tough. A lot of these are really tough that I've been thinking about. and that people go back and forth online about.
Yeah.
And so, let me go to the third one. It kind of ties in. All right. So, what if, like I said, the what if section, the creator uses AI? Let's just say they're an independent amateur creator to get their idea showcased. You know what I'm saying? If they have good ideas, but they don't have the time or money, like I was put this on Facebook, and one of the guys was saying, no, don't use AI. You know, get online, take the courses, take 100 hours of this, 100 hours of that, spend this amount of money, get your certificate, then draw it. You know, you got to spend $1,000 to get Adobe, whatever, draw it, you learn how to animate. So you're not a creator if you don't go through those steps. But some people will say that, you know, this is the only way. They don't have money for all that stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't have time, you know, to do all that. So would you consider that to be a creator, or that person to be a producer, I guess, so to speak?
It's kind of tough, but to the degree, because they're putting in most of the work.
Okay.
You know, that's a really good question. I never really thought about it like that. But you got to think about, before AI came into the picture, how people created things and created characters and made stories without help. So I think that if you use any kind of, I guess this is a rule of thumb, if you use any kind of assistance to help you create something that you didn't come up with on your own, I feel like you're cheating.
I got you.
Yeah. I just have to, because you know we come from the old school, man. You know, everything came off the top of the head. You know,
it did.
So
yeah, we had to do 100% everything.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Even with the new age singers, a lot of these new age singers can't sing live. They can only sing in the studio, and the reason why they can only sing in the studio is because they're getting assistance from the synthesizers and all that stuff when they sing. I can't think of what it's called. Auto tune. That's what it is. They're getting all that help, and they're not authentic singers. So when they get on stage and sing live, they sound horrible.
Yeah, so I was gonna go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say that's what it comes down to, man.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up too. You know, because a lot of people are getting a lot of money, you know, to create these songs on AI, and some of them they use their own voice to sing, but AI kind of, you know, tightens the voice up and everything like that. But, you know, nowadays, even the singers who sing live, they can't sing like, you know, the Aretha Franklins and, the old school singers, you know, who went to church and they perfected their voice and spent 1,000 hours. You know, they don't do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you say, you can just auto-tune it.
Yeah. Kind of. It's just like, you remember that night that we went to go do karaoke? And that guy got there and sung, and he was just like horrible, man. Like these are the same people that are getting up there and making money, and they can't sing worth shit.
Not worth a lick. And then you know, a lot of people see that as being unfair, you know, but it's almost like everything nowadays is fake. Like, you know, that's what they call them, deep fakes. And that's another thing. I should put that on there as number 7. And I guess we're going to deep fakes. Yeah, put that up there. I guess we're going to switch to number 7, deep fakes. So some of them have been, you know, helpful, you know, but some of them can be deceptive. Like, for instance, you seen Cobra Kai, all the episodes?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't want to give you any spoiler in case you haven't seen every single episode. But there was one where they, I think Daniel's son was having a dream or a vision or something, and Mr. Miyagi was fighting next to him, and they used the deep fake of Mr. Miyagi, and it sounded and looked just like Mr. Miyagi. You know what I'm saying? So you can kind of bring stuff to life. I do like it when they do it like, like, okay, let's say for instance that Batman 89 movie. And the one after that, they were supposed to have Marlon Wayans play as Robin. We never
Yeah.
see that. So with AI, the people have created that. They've also created like Justice Leagues where they have the um, Christopher Reeve Superman and the Michael Keaton Batman and the
Yeah.
who played Wonder Woman.
Linda, I want to say Hamilton. I could be wrong though.
I want to say that too. That's the first name that came in my mind. So they had like all three of them together in one movie, and they call that the Justice League. You know what I'm saying? And so it was really cool. So you could do that with deep fakes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there are some times where it can get scary. I hope it don't get to the point where deep fakes is so good that somebody can make a surveillance video of somebody and say that they committed a robbery, which they didn't do.
Yeah. Well, you see it all the time on these YouTube videos or Facebook videos where people will go up to random people and be like, hey, is this you stealing this chicken? And they're like, that's not me. They're like, it's you. Look at you. You do it. So I can see that, you know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, man, it's got to be something on that program to let them know that it's fake.
Right. And usually you have the AI symbol that's at the top and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The watermark or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's another thing, I've seen that where you can make a music video with AI. You can put, create your song with AI and have your own voice. And it's to the point to where you could get on AI, just say a few syllables, and it can generate anything you say, and make your own music video.
Oh, yeah.
That could be kind of fun, but, like I said, it can get problematic.
Oh, yeah.
Let's move to the next one. This might be a short podcast today. Does AI take jobs? Now, I like to call this the John Henry complex. Have you ever heard the old story of John Henry?
No. Go ahead and tell me. Hold on, I got to do something real quick. I'm still listening.
Okay. So, John Henry is an old folk tale here in America. It was about a black dude, and he had a hammer, and he would nail the hammers, I forgot, the spigots or whatever, into the railroad tracks. And then somebody invented the steam-powered drill, and then said that, look, we don't have to hire people anymore. You can just have one person using the steam-powered drill, and they can put the spigots in the ground. And so there was a contest between that guy and John Henry, and in the end, John Henry won, but he died from overexhaustion in the end. You know what I'm saying? It's a tale to tell the story of, I'm not sure if it was based on a real story, but it shows the, about the new age industrial and how it takes over jobs and stuff. So a lot of people are thinking that AI is going to take over jobs. What do you think about that? Is it a good thing? What's your opinion?
I heard someone say that technology is man's greatest accomplishment and greatest failure, because if you think about it, when we were growing up, there were no self scans. It was all people ringing you up and checking you out and all that stuff. Now, when you go to the grocery store, it's mostly you scans, and they got one person that checks out and makes sure that everything's going right. If you need help or whatever. And when they started doing that, they started taking people's jobs because they don't need people to run the cash register no more, because they got these machines to do it. So, and the thing is, in a way, they don't have to worry about the machines calling in sick. They don't have to worry about paying it a wage or none of that stuff. So at the end of the day, there are going to be a lot of things that are taken away due to, AI and all that stuff. So, yeah, I think it's a problem, because regular humans are going to be out of work. You know what I'm saying? The more and more it get advanced. The only thing that I can see that won't change is possibly, the medical field.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah. That's a good question too. A lot of doctors and nurses have admitted that they use ChatGPT and other things to like get answers on, like if there's a bunch of symptoms that they don't know what it leads to, they'll look on ChatGPT or Google it up and try to see, what disease or what, and they said it's helped a lot. Because the old Google way, you might get links to something, but you have to read paragraphs. But with AI, it can directly tell you the answer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like it too for little stuff like recipes and stuff. Like I go on Yahoo and then ask her the question, hey, what ingredients do I have to use for this certain type of pizza? And instead of, with Google, it'll send me all these links and then I got to get past the ads and they have these introductory paragraphs. Hey, pizza is a great thing for kids. And, you should try pizza once a week or whatever. Then you have to read through 3 paragraphs just to get the answer I want,
Yeah.
The AI tells you the answer automatically,
Yeah.
So, and you mean like as far as like surgery, like AI can't replace surgery?
No, I don't think that AI is going to take over surgery because, even though, machines are starting to do little surgical things, not by themselves, they're having humans work with them and do that. But the thing is, at the end of the day, you always have faulty equipment. You understand what I'm saying? There could be something go wrong with the program or whatever, and it could cost somebody their life. So they are not going to go full-fledged and let machines do everything because of the high risk of failure. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, technology fails all the damn time.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
if they have these robots doing surgical procedures or doing minor procedures or whatever, there's a chance that the technology will fail, and then who's going to be responsible? Then people are going to get sued, and it's just I don't foresee that happening.
Did you see the video one time? And they've actually had these where it was, I'm not sure what fast food restaurant it is, but I know they make burgers. But the whole process is totally automated. So you go up to the drive-through, and it's an AI voice, and you tell it what burger you want or whatever, and it computes it and it puts it in the computer, and they have these robots get the meat and do all the hamburger making, and then they send it to you through the drive-through. You know what I'm saying? Like I guess you swipe your card and they send the burger. Would you eat a burger totally made by robots?
I don't know, because it's one of those things like, is the machine sanitized? Because I'm a germaphobe, man. But it could be cleaner than having a human touch your food. So I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about that. At McDonald's though, do the drive-through, they have the automatic drink dispensers where they'll put in what size drink you have, and the machine will pour the amount of liquid in there to fill the cup just up, to fill it up to the top, and it don't overfill it or nothing. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is kind of cool.
Yeah, I've seen it at McDonald's.
But the question is the ice cream machine still working?
Never works, man. Never works.
That what they need to get somebody to fix that doggone ice cream machine, Shoot.
They did. Whenever I go to Dairy Queen, I don't ever hear that. You know what I'm saying? That the machine is not working. So maybe they need to talk to Dairy Queen and find out what they doing to keep their shit going.
Right. It's something.
Man.
You know, they had. I was watching that show, The Founder. I don't know if you've seen that movie yet. It's about the
Uh,
Ray Kroc. The please watch that. It's got the guy who played Batman, Michael Keaton, and he's playing the founder, Ray Kroc. You know, and the McDonald's brothers, of course, they're the ones who made the McDonald's franchise. But Ray Kroc kind of they just call it business, but he kind of stole it underneath them. You know what I'm saying? So they had this one scene where he was telling them, "Look, y'all spending too much money," because he worked for the McDonald's to make it franchise, and he was like, "Y'all spending too much money making these milkshakes with actual ice cream." And he was like, "Here's a concoction. You put it in the water, you mix it in, it tastes just like a milkshake." And so I guess I don't know why McDonald's is not just using that. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean. If you go to McDonald's, you're not expecting real food anyway, you know?
right.
There was a comedian, his name was John Caparulo, and he said, if you go to McDonald's, you automatically tell yourself, F your 40s. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
you're not going, it's not a farmer's market. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I don't know
Definitely
what's
not,
up.
definitely not healthy eating when you go to McDonald's, man.
Man, it ain't healthy eating those, according to them, you can't eat the lettuce nowadays.
Yeah, man. My girlfriend was telling me that that the bags of lettuce is giving people explosive diarrhea.
It sure is. And guess
Man.
where most of that lettuce is going to?
To where?
One of fast food franchise that's been giving people explosive diarrhea before this happened.
You talking about Taco Bell?
Taco Bell. Yep.
Man, I can't eat Taco Bell and then go to bed, man, because it's gonna mess my stomach up, man. I'm gonna feel like I got into a car accident the next day because of all the shit that it does to your body, man.
It does, man. And a lot of it they squirt it out. You know what I'm saying? Like I've talked to people who work there. I'm not sure if they squirt out the beef, but I know like the guacamole and the other stuff, they just squirt. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like what's that, Chipotle and the rest of it? It ain't no Chipotle.
Yeah, it's definitely not, man. What's the other place, other authentic restaurant that's like Chipotle, but it's a downgrade from Chipotle? You see them all over here in Georgia. I can't even think of what the name of it is.
Yeah, I was just thinking that when you had just said it. God dog it. I know what, because there's one right down the street from where I stay.
It's called Moe's.
Moe's.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Moe's. Yep. So Moe's is better than Taco Bell. I guess Taco Bell is really, if you doggone you high as hell or drunk as hell, and that's the only place that's still open.
Are you low on funds? You want to get a taco for the low?
Yeah. I ain't mad at them with these prices and stuff,
man.
But
the only time I eat at Taco Bell is like, because that's pretty much the only place that's open late at night. A lot of other places not even open, man. Like you just kind of like, man, like it's either McDonald's or Taco Bell. You kind of roll the dice.
Yep, that's the only two places that's open.
Yeah.
You have to watch what you and Taco Bell. I know we're getting off on another subject. I'm gonna get back on the subject, but fast food has really gone down. They was asking about restaurants and stuff. Don't get me started on how Pizza Hut then went down.
Oh my God! All of the fast food places that went down. I remember back in the day, like like when we were younger, like going to McDonald's or Burger King, that was a treat. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't something you ate every day. So when you got a chance to get Burger King or McDonald's, you was like, yay! It was a great thing. Now, like people eat that shit every day, and it's just like, I don't know, man. It's just not it's not even quality food anymore, man. And then the portion sizes get smaller and smaller.
Mm-hmm. And I never thought I'd see the day because you can get a large pizza at some places for $10.99 one topping, and
Yeah.
now the burger combos are up to $11 or $12 at McDonald's
Yep.
and Burger King.
Yes. Yeah. I remember. I know you remember this. I remember extra value meals used to be $2.99.
Sure did, absolutely.
I remember
And
that.
and if the kids wanted a Happy Meal, wasn't it $1.99?
Yep.
Sure was, man.
Man, those are good old days, man.
Man, and I don't know what happened because it just shot up like within the last like 10 years or so. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. Yep.
And we got all this new innovation. And another reason why this kind of ties into this subject, they claim that we have to eat fast food and stuff because everybody's on the go. But we have all these conveniences, even like AI, you know what I'm saying, that can do the job for you and stuff like that. So if we're saving all these time with all these conveniences, why are we rushing and not eating correctly and don't have the time to even prepare meals for ourselves?
Yeah. It's just people just are lazy nowadays, I guess, man. Like to be honest with you, I'd rather cook something because if you want seconds, you can go back and get seconds. When you go to a fast food restaurant, you can't get seconds without paying. So
Right. That's exactly how it is, And you never know who ain't washed their hands and who doing what to your food,
Right.
So I totally agree. And back to that discussion about the robot cooking a hamburger. I don't know, because what if they don't have a human looking over them? What if they have to clean the grill with, let's just say, Comet Cleaner or something, and then the robot mistakes the Comet Cleaner for salt or something? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'd be afraid of.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. But that's the times that we're living in. But that's why they pay these engineers all the big bucks so they can work out those kinks and those problems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then some of them slack on their job too. Humans have to be somewhere. I don't care what automated stuff you do. Humans got to be somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's never going to replace it. I guess I'm getting a little bit off the subject, that, and this is more for your podcast. I guess I bring it up. AI is becoming so popular that you can create deep fakes of your, let's just say if you find a picture of a person that you like, and then you make a deep fake of them doing whatever you want them to do. Let's put it that way. So I know I'm supposed to keep this kind of PG rated, but this is a good concern. Some people see it as a breach of privacy. And there was an episode of Star Trek about that where Jodie LaForge, he created a scientist smart to help him out with a problem, and he fell in love with the AI created person. And later on, that the real person came in and saw, hey, you've been using my likeness as to make love to it. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, I feel like I've been violated and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Now, would you consider that? I mean, they're not actually physically having sex with that person, or they're not. They're just copying and pasting and changing privately. They're changing around to fit their fantasy. Do you consider that a breach of privacy, or how do you feel about
that? I do. That'd be equivalent to a guy using our likeness to do whatever he wanted it to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure if you saw some shit that you wouldn't do in real life, you would be offended too. So yes, I have to play devil advocate here and put myself in that person's shoes. So yes, it's not right.
Now, what if I'm just checking levels here? So, what if somebody like, let's just say, if this person saw a woman's picture in a magazine or online or something like that, and they pleased themselves to the picture themselves, would you? How do you feel about that? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's online, and that's you're looking at a picture, then it is what it is. I mean, we're all guilty of that to some degree.
Yeah, we can, especially in our younger days, more than anything else. Especially, back in the day, we didn't have as much access to graphic material, so to speak.
Yeah, you like you see a picture of Tyra Banks, you're like, where's my lotion?
Right.
Oh man.
I know that, and or else you remember back in the day at certain video stores they had the beat it up door, so you had to go in.
Yes, man. I remember them days of going back there and look. I would sneak back there and be like, oh my God. I was like, I'm in heaven. Oh man. Yep, I remember those days, man. I remember that, man. Hey, look, shit. And there's no way. You know what was funny? Like, even when I got old enough to go in the little part, that little part of the video store, like, there's no way you can come out here without looking like a creep. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, exactly.
You come out there, there's like, so you're back again, Mr. Paler. I'm like, just ring up my damn video.
Right. Or you go in that little section, you bump into somebody, you be like, "Oh, how you doing, Reverend?"
And then you remember how you used to supposed to rewind the tape when you took it back. If you didn't, they'll bring it up. It's like, yeah, you didn't rewind Big Black Booty number 5.
I know, right? You see the case to it, and you don't see the tape behind it. You be like, do you have a copy of, Badongadongs? And then he'd be like, the little dude behind the counter be like, "Hey manager, do y'all have a copy of Badongadongs?" You're like, "Shut up."
Yeah, like, be quiet.
So,
yes, I remember those days, man. Oh,
nowadays,
man. Hilarious.
Nowadays, you ain't got to worry about that, man. They just, I guess, hold on 1 minute. What's going on, man?
Man, what's happening, man? Man, I almost forgot. We had somebody come by our house, and I was like, and then I looked at the clock and I said, "Oh shoot, it's time."
Yeah. Hey, man, you got guests coming over. You're a great house guest, so I ain't gonna count it against you.
Man, what's going on? What's going on, fellas?
What's up, man?
I know it's been a minute. Man. Man, I've been MIA. Man, these past couple of weeks, man, been wilding out, man.
I know that's right, man. You've been doing some everything. Plus, you got that beautiful family you taking care of, man. You're doing the most. Both of y'all are excellent fathers. Excellent. You soon to be a husband, Marzel. I got to talk to you about that girlfriend you said you got. We'll talk about that later.
What?
Yeah, he got him a sweetie pie.
What? Hey, I can tell the calmness in his face, man. Marzel, what's good, man?
Oh man, nothing, man. Just chilling, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. We let me catch you up, bro. By the way, everybody, this is the L Dog Lamar Hicks. I got to give both of y'all. Let me see. Marzel, here's his podcast, the None Serious podcast. I'm going more description later. And we also got the
Man.
Just Like Music podcast.
Man, look, man, please tune in to man, Nothing Serious, man. Man, look, when I tell you, man, that this young man most definitely and put a podcast together that man, that talks about topics, man. That's he says it's nothing serious. Look at, you know what, man? Hey, you know what, dog, that right there, that's you all the way. That is you all the way. I can see you like nothing serious.
Yeah.
But it is serious. It's a serious matter, man. Things go on, man. But man, look, man, please tune in, man, to this podcast, man. You most definitely will, man, get a treat. And then, you know, we on the Crane Style Forever, man, podcast right now, man. Man, Miss Scott most definitely brings. I love the fact that he does retro. It's hold on, man. I got some a little retro, man. Check this out.
Oh, you got the Cat in the Hat, huh?
Yeah.
Is that one of them Happy Meal toys?
No. Actually, my mother-in-law gave that to me, and I don't know where she got it from, but yeah, Dr. Seuss, man.
Man, you know what? Speaking of the Happy Meal toys, man, I remember back in the day, man, those Happy Meal toys used to be so good, man. Now the Happy Meal toys is trash.
No, the Happy Meal used to be good.
Sure did. You ain't lying. We were just talking about that $1.99.
Yes. And then the value meal used to be $2.99.
Yes,
man,
sir.
you know everything used to be good, man. The Happy Meal used to be good. The cereal, the stuff in the man, the stuff in the cereal used to be good, man. Man, everything used to be good. And like now, man, everything is like, as you just said, it's trash. It's like they just throw stuff together just to sell the product.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly
So we can. I got to do another podcast since y'all interested in that. We're gonna talk about that. Even like how McDonald's didn't change from a happy red and yellow building. Now it look like a prison. It look like a square. I don't know. It looked like a fortress or something from an evil scientist. You know, it ain't inviting at all. It's not appetizing at all.
You know what? FYI, it's in some places I cannot remember that they are absolutely doing the red cups from Pizza Hut, and they actually have the building how it used to look back in the day. It's in some location. I can't remember exactly where it is per se, and I want to say just imagine if they go back to the buffet.
Oh man!
Man.
Pizza Hut. Hello.
Yeah. I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm still here. But yeah. Just I mean, man, that's crazy, bro. Like the stuff that I wish that we had when we were kids, we can have it now.
Man, I tell my kids all the time, man. I don't care what nobody say, man. The 90s, the 80s and 90s was the dopest period to grow up, man. It really was.
Yes.
I wish I could go back to that time, man. It's especially the 90s, man. Like I wish that we could I would love to go back in time, man. It was just like you didn't really have to worry about much. You worried, but you didn't. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It wasn't like do you remember, like, this is before cell phones. Like our parents, we would leave the house and they would not talk to us all day until the streetlights got ready to come on.
Right.
And they did not worry about us. They knew that we was gonna come back home.
Right.
They knew this.
Didn't have that many pedophiles back then.
Well, I think they were, man. I
They
think
were undercover.
yes, they were undercover. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But
Before
but
we continue on, I
go
just
ahead.
want to let everybody know this is usually the format for once we have this podcast, we do nostalgic stuff. But I had to get this subject out of the way about AI because it's so important. It's so controversial. People are arguing left and right about this. Some people are adamant against it. But I want to give a shout out to Karita Moss. She says hello to everybody, and she also says that she thinks everything is an imitation now, all the food. And she said if it was we had everything good, but we had no cell phones, just pages, but the food was good. We just had it good back then. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the gentleman here will agree with you, Karita. I surely appreciate it. Let me catch Lamar up right quick. He looks like he's preoccupied. You there, brother?
I'm look. I'm gonna tell you why I'm preoccupied. And Marzel probably wish he was right here standing next to me. Genuine. I'm watching Genuine video in those jeans, and I'm just gonna leave it like that. Okay, go ahead on. Go. I'm not preoccupied, but I'm looking up, but I'm watching. I'm multitasking.
Oh, while we on that subject, Lamar, let me ask you a question. I know that you handle the music and I handle nostalgic TV shows, but this kind of bridges over, so I didn't want to overstep my boundaries with any of y'all podcasts. So I've been watching on YouTube old episodes of Video Soul left and right. And, there's a lot of subjects that I want to bring up, even the commercials during Video Soul and different stuff. So I want to talk to you later about, what subjects can we collaborate on, or do you want to do this podcast, or, how can we work this out,
I'm gonna tell you why I'm laughing, because the first commercial that popped in my mind was the Just For Me commercial.
Oh God. JUSTFORME.
Hey,
Those
man.
who know,
Hey, that
those
reminds Hey,
Go ahead.
you remember those BT commercials for the churches? He's like, who in the hell left the gate open? Remember that?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Man.
And you remember the one with the terrible actresses? Somebody put roots on me.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Call
Oh
me
my
now.
Oh man.
Man, that was crazy.
But
yeah.
Hey, remember, and I know y'all both know this one. No, my brother, you got to get your own.
Get your own. Oh man.
Hey, but you know what? But see, they were what they did was they put out it was black, y'all. It was black, y'all. It was blacker the black to like black, y'all. Like the whole thing, man. Like you ain't seen no other, man. I remember when rappers used to do Sprite commercials, and I mean, like they took like hip hop. They primarily made teenagers, because remember during that time we were teenagers, and they put like they did the Sprite commercials, and they had the Nike, and they had all that. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the reason why when Marzel just said that we had the best, like in the 80s and the 90s, man. I mean, man, we had it.
Yeah.
We had everything. We didn't know how good it was. And it makes me sad when people will say stuff like, there was one point we didn't know that this was the last time that you was going to go bike riding with your friends. Or like for me, this was the last time I went to Magic Castle Arcade or the Clarksdale Library. You know what I'm saying? That kind of, makes me sad, but it does make me appreciate those days,
Oh, yeah.
So,
you know what, man?
Go ahead.
You had sent something to the group chat on Facebook about the women in the 90s, man. The women in the 90s was fine, man. Like, don't get me wrong, there's some attractive women now, but the women back then, oh my God, man.
Them cute
Like-
petite ones.
And without going into too much detail,
When he said that, you know he finna go into detail, but go ahead.
back then they had bushes, but that's all I'm gonna say.
You and them doggone bushes, you definitely a jungle man.
They
I'm
need to
calling
bring
you
them back, man.
Tarzan.
Bring them back, man.
Bruh, that bro in the trenches. But before we get off into a subject that's made for your podcast, hold on. Clarita got another one. Yes, we were fine, and we still fine. You know.
Yes.
So, you know.
Yes.
Let's get back on the subject for those who are watching who wants to hear about this. So, Lamont, let me catch you up. All right. So,
Okay.
in general, do you consider, we're going to go through these 7 topics real quick.
Okay.
Do you consider people who use AI to be artists, creators, or producers?
I feel like that even for me who use AI, I think it takes the time off of you working on a project. AI most definitely cuts your time in more than half. It most definitely enhances everything that you wanted to do, because in doing freelance work, like your background, Crane Style Forever. Okay.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know if you use AI to do that or not, but if you did, it probably saved you a good hour.
Right.
It probably saved you a good hour.
It saves, sometimes it can save months of work, literally. You
Right.
know? So,
Now, Now,
Go ahead.
I want to chime in on what Lamar is saying. I agree with what you're saying. And the thing is, it does cut down on time. I just feel like it's kind of like cheating. You know what I'm saying? But I understand why people do it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not totally against it. I'm not totally against it. But I just, it's just like for taking credit for something you didn't come up with. That's all.
Right.
Well,
And
well,
okay, go ahead.
It's not doing that. It's a look at it as when you play basketball, you got an assist man.
Okay.
It helps you. It helps you complete the task that probably would have taken you longer to do. And I mean, what you can do is you can use AI and still make it your own, because AI is not perfect. So there are times where and I'm not plugging my book, by the way, but the cover of my book, I actually had to go in and do some stuff behind the scenes to and AI helped erase. Yes, thank you. It helped, like that different skin, same silence. I had to type that in. The AI made it too big, and I had to type that in. So that's where the AI come in at. It's an assist man, and it's better than John Stockton.
You said it's better than John Stockton.
It's better than John Stockton.
Yeah. Look, like I said, I totally understand. I get it. I'm not totally against it. It's just that, he posed a question. It just, it just seems like, in a way that, you're cheating. But it depends on how much AI you're using. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where if the AI is doing all the work and you're not doing nothing, then I'm against that. But if you use AI for certain little things, then that's okay. As long as it's not doing over half of the work.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, for me, I don't want AI to totally do all the work for me, even though it did do that cover, and I'm glad it did the cover for the book for me, because I think about it like this. And again, I understand where you're coming from, and I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
But in doing the cover for the book, I probably would have never thought about to do the cover like that. And technically, AI is not doing it for you because you have to talk to the AI in order to make it do what it needs to do.
Yeah.
So again, even though it's assisting you, you still got to have it up here to type it out so it can push what you're trying to formulate.
Yeah, I got you.
Right.
Yeah. Like I said, I understand what you're saying. I agree with you, and I agree with you. I mean, I just when people are using it for everything that's where the problem comes in for me. Like the AI is doing 90% of the work and he's just doing 10. That's where our problem. If you're just using AI to plug certain holes in, then that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, even with me when I do flyers and stuff, and I use Canva. Canva has the template for you already there. And I may use what I do is that I may use like a template from somewhere else, and I may grab that and insert that into what I'm doing. Okay. So again, like I said, you have to use what you got in order to get what you want.
Right. Where have I heard that one before? I'm trying to find, while y'all was talking, I'm trying to find the earlier works that give me 1 second. Y'all can continue to talk, but I'm trying to find some earlier works that I did. And before I start doing all this, let's see, let's just say this one right here. Hold on, here it is. Finally found it. Sorry, y'all who are watching. So y'all see that backdrop that Lamar was talking about? That is 100% made with AI. But this is how it started off right here. You know what I'm saying? So when I start off like this, and this went through several revisions, I even had a digital artist redraw it and stuff like that. And so, and I understand what Marzel was saying. If you tell, let me put that banner right there, because I said the same thing right here. It depends on how much human involvement is put into the task. So if you start off with something like I did, like a rough draft drawing, and you tell AI, hey, can you clean this up for me? You know what I'm saying? I believe, and we were going to get into copyrights later too. You know what I'm saying? So, but let's get to the next question.
Okay.
All right. So for you, and Marzel, you could jump in here too. What if you have an artist has a good idea for a plot for a story? They create all the characters, the settings, everything, but let's just say ChatGPT helps to smooth out the plot. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll say, hey, there's inconsistencies between this part right here and the later part, so clean it up, and the person changes it. So is it still that person's story?
Yeah. I mean, for me, yeah. It's still your story, because at the end of the day, it's your idea. It's your idea. And what AI did, as you put at the end, smoothed it out, for you. Again, I tell people right now, like AI is like an assist man in basketball.
Right.
You the quarterback, and the AI is the wide receiver. And You have to tell, like the quarterback has to tell the wide receiver which route to run. That's what you're doing for AI. You telling the AI which route to run. And I'll go even further right now, even with AI. Do you know that they are actually allowing people are using it to make trade when you're trading stock?
Interesting.
AI is doing that for you. So, and I mean, you know, obviously, I mean, you have to do the legwork and see, you know, what's what. I mean, you're not going to go with if AI says, well, get this stock in McDonald's and McDonald's not doing good, and AT&T is doing better. Then you have to use your own common sense and be like, hey, you know, I'm gonna go with AT&T. I know full well McDonald's is not doing great, but yeah, right. I mean, AI is actually allowing people to trade, and they are making money. Like they ain't doing nothing. Like what you said earlier, the AI doing 90% and the person doing 10. Yeah,
right.
Talk to somebody who actually doing trading stock, and they'll tell you, yeah, I'm doing 10%, and guess what my bank account doing? It's growing.
I need to talk to them people. So if y'all watching, I need to know. But we gotta give a shout out, Mr. Jackson. How's it going?
Hey, morning.
Good morning. I appreciate you showing
up. Morning, sir.
Totally. I was scrolling through and I was like, I gotta hop in this one because I think people who use AI totally are artists, totally are producers, 100%.
Okay. So I guess my question, and I have a question, a philosophical question. So
sure.
Just to catch you up, do you consider people who use AI to be artists, creators, or producers? Is it a yes, no, maybe, depends?
100% yes. I can tell you why.
Okay, go ahead.
So AI, artificial intelligence, to me, it's a tool. It's a medium. So like, this is my kind of like argument for that. Painters criticize photography because, you know, the camera's doing the work. Traditional animators, they criticize CGI when that first came out. Musicians said electronic music wasn't real music, you know, and I don't know, like the camera didn't replace painters, it created photographers, you know, so I don't think AI is going to replace artists. It's making a new kind of artist, I guess, is how I'd maybe frame that in my mind.
That's a very good point.
But I get both sides. I totally get both sides. Any new form of technology or new form of art or medium, it's always, I don't want to say like rejected at first, but, you know, it's pushed aside. It's like, oh, that's not art. And then eventually it becomes art. So who knows what, you know, 25 years from now looks like.
Oh, wow. It's going to be scary.
And to piggyback off what he just said, remember how the cell phone first started? And look at the cell phone now.
Ooh, you know, you could do everything. Everybody carries a phone on them. You know, I asked the question, would you rather lose your wallet or your phone? People say they rather lose their wallet than their phone.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I'm a youngin'. Apparently computers used to take up a whole room back in the day. I've never seen that, but
yeah, they did. And then they only had like 15 megabytes of or gigabytes of RAM or something like that, you know.
Everybody had a back computer back in the day.
Exactly.
But well, hey guys, I gotta actually hop off real quick. I let the dog up, but I just want to come on, share my opinion. So hope you have a good one.
Oh yeah, go in the private. I just not saw your private chat comments. I appreciate that. I'll be checking on them more and more. So appreciate your comments.
All right, peace out, y'all.
Yes, sir. Right. Yes, sir. I have a question for all of you guys. Have you guys heard the philosophical conundrum or discussion about the ship of Theseus?
No.
Okay, so there was a Greek mythological character named Theseus. Let's just say he did exist, and he had a ship. Now, over time, parts of the ship has to be replaced. So you have to replace the sails because they get rotten. So it's a brand new sails. Then you got to replace the ropes that go on there. They replace that. Then the wood around the ship gets old. So they replace the wood. Now, eventually, every single piece of that ship gets replaced. Now, is it still the ship of Theseus? Like if we saw it in the what's the name? Like if we saw it in a museum and it's been fully restored because over time we have to keep replacing stuff. Is that still the ship of Theseus?
No,
No.
Okay, you don't think so?
no,
Okay.
because all the original parts are no longer there.
Yeah. And then you probably can't get the original parts anymore either.
Yeah.
Now, go ahead.
No, and then on top of that, like all the, they have to replace the parts because it rots over time. So.
So
yeah.
At what stage does it not become the ship of Theseus anymore? So if they replace the sails, but the rest of the original parts, is it still the ship of Theseus?
I would say yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because the sails are they're an important part of the ship. Don't get me wrong, but they're not as significant as the full structure. You understand what I'm saying?
Gotcha. So at what point, like a percentage of the boat needs to be replaced to the point where it's no longer the ship of Theseus?
Shoot.
If
you replace like, yeah. Oh, 50. Yeah.
So about 50%?
Over
Yeah.
50%.
Okay. So the reason why I'm asking this question with AI creators, if you have, what percentage would you say that you would consider that not to be their project? You know what I'm saying? If they use AI, like 60% is them and 40% AI. Would you still consider that to be that person's creation?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said earlier, when you're dealing with AI, like I said, you got to be the one. The AI doesn't. You could turn on ChatGPT right now, and it's just going to be ChatGPT. But until you give ChatGPT something to work with, it's your idea. And it's just like, and again, I'm gonna circle back around to my books. All 3 of my books, I used AI. I had to come up with the concept for the book. The last book is that I wanted to make sure that it reached all men. I asked the AI to do me illustrations give me an illustration, as you saw, Mr. Scott, of a black man, of a white man, of a Hispanic man, because I wanted to be a documentation of not just black men, but all men.
Gotcha.
So with all that being said, you are the producer of everything. And again, circling back around to what Marzell said, you can't take credit. It's just like if I took a template on Kittle and I didn't change anything with the image, I can't take credit for that because it's the template that's on Kittle or on Canva. It's not until if I decide to change the color or I add something else to the design to make it my own, then I can say it's my own. But if I don't change nothing and I just keep it as is, then as Marzell said, the AI or the template that I used was 90% of the template. I didn't change nothing. So whether you use an AI or you using a template in Canva or Kittle or whatever, unless you change it, it's yours. But if you just use the template that's there, that's not yours. That's somebody else's creation.
Right. I agree. And that kind of goes on, you know, the opinion, like I said, just depends on how much human involvement is in the task. And that's why I'm asking these like what if questions. Oh, you kind of answered this too. I'm gonna run you through it. What if the creator gives the exact details of a character and AI draws it? And my argument, isn't that the same if I give the details to an actual human being? And like the gentleman just said, Mr. Jackson, excellent point about how, if you have a digital artist, there was an artist who used paint and the canvas before. So the digital artist is kind of taking the job of the person with the paint and the canvas. But wouldn't that be the same if I tell a digital artist, hey, draw this like this and give specific details? And he draws it for me, and then I do the contract where he releases the ownership to me. And it's the same thing if I tell, like you were saying about AI, say, hey, make this person, but make their hair look like this and make them this race. Would you? I guess you'd be in agreement. That'd be the same thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, you and then to answer your question, because everybody's not going to do a design the way how you think it should be done. But if a human says, hey, and I get it, now here's the part that probably Marzell is probably saying too as well, is that up till 5 years ago, you could put something, you can ask, you go to Upwork. And for those of you that are not familiar with Upwork, it's a place where you can go and people, there are people there that can do the design for you. And you're paying it, you're paying them, by the way. So let's just say that you take a design to Upwork 5 years ago, then you probably had to accept it as it is. Now with ChatGPT and Gemini and other AI tools, you can ask it multiple times to do it. So now instead of you having one example, you got several examples, and you only paid one price. Whereas on Upwork, you had to pay, like, say, Marzell, you ask Marzell, say, hey, Marzell, I want you to do this Crane Style Forever, background for me. Marzell give it to you, you be like, I like it. Let me see if you can do it in another way. Well, Marzell is gonna probably charge you, $50 for the first one, $50 for the second one. You're out of $100. Whereas you take it to ChatGPT and you got this $20 membership, you can ask it to do it however many times you want to do it, and you still paying that $20. So that's the difference between, that's the difference between the two, So I mean, people have to look at it like that. I mean, I know I'm sounding like I'm pro AI. Which I am, but I also understand too is that if you have the ability to see, that's the reason why I use like several other things. Like I've mentioned Canva and I use Kittl. Those are the two tools that I use to grab, different images and stuff to kind of like enhance what I need to get done.
Gotcha. And Marzell, did you have something to say? Look like you were trying to come across.
No, I was agreeing with him. Like it just makes more sense.
Yeah, and that goes into my third one. Sure, Lamar agree with this one. What if the creator uses AI, and let's just say they're an independent amateur creator, and they need to get their idea showcased, A brother on my Facebook page said, you know, I don't like AI. If you want to be a creator, you need to go through the classes. You need to get 100 hours of animation, 100 hours of learning Adobe or whatever program, pay $1,000 for the program and do it yourself and spend months doing this. And, you know, a lot of us, especially nowadays, Hollywood movies are absolute crap. They're remakes, and they're not even good remakes. So if you have somebody with an original idea that can use AI to produce their ideas, and it doesn't take them, because none of us really have thousands of dollars to spend to perfect their craft, and they don't have hours after 40-hour work week to do that. So if they can get AI to showcase it, you know what I'm saying? I would say that that's a big convenience. So I take it you agree.
Oh yeah, I agree.
So my answer to that is my pushback with that is that so there are different things out there where you could get training on, but how about Adobe actually uses AI too?
Yeah, that's
so
true too.
most of your stuff like right now, they have Adobe, but they also have an AI on the other side of you too. And they were like, yeah, you can, because they actually have it in their plan. They'll be like, hey, you can use this Adobe, but guess what? You can also use this AI right here too. So whatever, I mean, Canva uses AI, Kindle uses AI, Adobe uses AI. Any software right now that you're using, they use AI, and they call it an AI assistant. And like I told y'all earlier, AI is like your assist man. So your wide receiver, if you wanna get the fame and everything. So it's everywhere, man. I mean, there's no getting around it. Even your, think about it. Even your we went to Philly this past weekend. About this time last, we were there. And how about my niece had a thing in our room. Hey Google, turn off the lights. Isn't that AI?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Even like the
I'm just
Amazon
saying.
thing, all that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's a good point. Karita, I always gotta give a shout out to people who leave in comments. She says, yes, Adobe does use AI and it's awesome. Everything is AI now. And she says, I love AI. I definitely want to start using it myself. I would suggest, like I said, YouTube is still a thing, even though it's been around forever and a day, almost 30 years now. That's how old we are. Go on YouTube. They have tutorial classes for everything, and they can teach you how to use AI properly. So thank you very much, Ms. Karita. The next one, it talks about, does AI take jobs? And I had brought up the example of the folk hero John Henry. How you know that story, Lamar, right?
Yes.
So how he, the steam drill was about to take all their jobs and take away from manual labor guys. And so I forgot about this. Bill Maher once said that there are no permanent jobs. Every job that is available right now is probably going to get taken away in the future. So what do you think about AI taking jobs?
Getting back to the John Henry thing, even though he actually wanted, and at the end, he was tired. He got the job done. He was tired, and I think that you can't really go to a farmer right now, because that's the reason why that's the reason why John Deere is so popular right now. Because they wanted to use a machine, and they wanted to make it easier. They machines Machines don't make it harder. It actually makes everything a little bit easier. You know, in building the car. I mean, that, you know, with cars, yes, it does take a human to inspect the car. So therefore, you know, you still do have a job because the AI can't inspect the car for you.
That's true.
Even with the assist, you know, for those of you that have a camera, when you do reverse, I still look both ways because I don't even. I mean, even though I have the camera, I mean, the camera is not like 100%. I have to lay eyes on, you know, where the traffic is coming. So
Yeah, and it even
you know,
tells you on the camera, check your surroundings. But go ahead.
yeah.
It
Yeah,
does.
I mean, even though it does that little beeping thing, beep, 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 you know, to let you know that someone is close. But in some instance, I'm going to still use my eyes and checking, you know, if people are coming from, you know, from the left or right. I think that when you get to the point where you just use machines are a help. They're a help. I don't think that AI will take away people's jobs. I think that you probably have to probably, you know, develop a skill and know how to use the AI. Like I said, the AI can't work on its own. You're gonna have to talk to it. We didn't have this problem when we were watching the Jetsons.
Right. Well, that's a good point.
Did we have the problem when we were watching? Did we have the problem when we were watching Knight Rider?
No, sure didn't.
Okay,
That's a
so
good
Knight
one.
Rider actually was AI.
That's a good point right there. That's a good point.
But Lamar, I told Venaris, if you look at things and how they changed, like, you know, remember when we would go to the grocery store and they had people who would ring you up in every register, right? Now
Right.
they have the auto scanners and they don't need people. So in a way it does take jobs because of that, you know what I'm saying? So that's the aspect.
Yes.
I do get what you're saying, but that's another thing
And
you
I
have to think
understand what
about.
you're saying.
Yeah.
I totally understand what you're saying. But check
Yeah.
this out though. Why is it that, so if that's the case, then why is it when you go to Walmart, you have people walking around and they're not at the register? They're just walking around. But you got these scanners right here though. So because it's been a lot of times where like they got how many lines did they have at Walmart? Like 25, 30?
Depends on which Walmart you go to, I guess.
Depends on which Walmart you go to.
Yeah.
And then they got 10 scanners right there. But like I said, you know, you got people who just walking around at Walmart, and you be like, I know this person can check, but they're not checking. But they got 20 lines open.
Right. I hate that too when you go in there and you it's always unexpected item and bagging area, or they got to call the person back anyway, you know, because it's crap, you know what I'm saying? So it always messes up, or you didn't, you know, you don't know how to scan the produce, or I don't know, you know, something. So, you know,
and I totally understand what you're saying, Marcel. I get it because it's taking away 20. It's taken away where you have 20 lines, you have 10 scanners, so you're taking away 30 jobs. But I've gone to Walmart, and this is the God's honest truth, and people who watch it probably most definitely can agree, is that you have people walking around at Walmart doing nothing, walking around and could be checking, but they're not.
Yeah.
And you go through these and you want to get in and you want to get out. I mean, because you probably got no more than like 4 items. Well, guess what? You use the quick scan and you out.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, I can go on and on about that, but yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying, you know, wholeheartedly about that aspect of taking away jobs. Yeah.
Right.
But the next time you go to Walmart and it's like mid-morning, go in there and see how many people look how many lines there are available, and look at the people walking around. Because everybody ain't checking at Walmart and at Kroger, by the way. It's not Kroger's, it's Kroger.
Look, we black people, we put S at the end of everything.
Yeah.
We used to, hey, Sam's got an S at the end. Why not?
Hey, leave the black folks to add something to it, man.
I know, right? Hey,
you know what?
We
do. No. It just goes to show that, you know, we season our chicken.
Well, hey, that's a good little way to put it. We got to put the extra twang on it, you know. I got a few more, and it's 3 more I want to cover real quick. I don't think I asked you this yet, Mozio, either. Big problem that people say, I don't know if they're just kind of, you know, scraping the bottom of the barrel for questions, but they say AI is going to take away all our water because, you know, you have to, you know, can cool these down, and the best way to cool them down is water. Japan has actually said that they're going to put all their AI devices and stuff in the ocean. That way it's not taking away any water from the human beings. So do y'all think that AI is really going to take water away from human beings in any way?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so too.
Believe me, this planet is made up of what, 70% water?
Yeah.
I don't foresee doing that, man.
You know, even in Clarksdale, they was talking about making a data center. You know, for those who watching, Clarksdale is our hometown, Clarksdale, Mississippi. Well, not Marzel's, but me and Lamar, but Marzel spent some time there. And they were talking about that, you know, how, you know, it can take a lot of water from us and blase, and all this stuff like that. And I'm like, water, like you said, it's 70% water. You know what I'm saying? So how is it taken away? We have tons of water left. So I don't understand the argument. You know.
And I can guarantee you they're going to figure out some way to conserve the power or to cool the AI down besides using water, man.
Yeah.
Like stuff changes over time.
Now, Clarksdale got bigger issues. What they need to figure out is how to curb crime, and number 2, how to lower property taxes and car tag prices.
Ooh,
that's what they need to be trying to figure that out.
Don't start me on them car tag prices. You know, you get something brand new, $1,500 a year for a car tag. I ain't no. I'm gonna move on because that's what you say.
That's ridiculous.
It is, man. You
I had a 2010 Dodge Caliber, and when I went up there to pay my car tag was $900.
God, that hurt just to hear that. You gonna pay 3 car payments just in the tags, you know.
That's
like
crazy.
Memphis, I heard Memphis was like $20 flat rate for everybody.
Yes, sir.
So
wait. So you still live in Clarksdale, Lamar?
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no. No offense. No offense to Las Vegas.
No, I get it.
Las Vegas. But no.
Hey man, the only thing I miss about Clarksdale is Backyard Burger. That's it.
And that's gone. That's gone.
Well, there you go. I got no reason going back, man.
As As Wolfcott said on what's happening. Keep on looking, Roger. Keep on looking.
Oh goodness. Yeah,
Boy.
we got to do another podcast talking about Clarksdale and stuff like that. And anybody want to join? I'd like for Dooney to join. Was it Dave Houston? You know, he gives some great perspectives on Facebook about Clarksdale and stuff. You know, I'd love for him to be a guest on my podcast. You know,
Man, shout out to Dave Houston, man. Dave Houston, man, most definitely man, brings it, man, every time man on Facebook, man. Man, big up to Dave Houston, man.
yeah,
Good barber, good guy,
right.
all around good guy, man.
So let's move on to the next one. Copyrights. Do you think that when it comes to getting a copyright, of course, it doesn't matter a lot of people get it confused. They think you have to go through the copyright office in Washington, D.C. Technically, if you take a piece of computer paper and draw a circle, you own the right to that circle, you know, the copyright to it. And well, it might be the trademark because copyright deals with documents and words and stuff like that. But if a human does it, it's 100% your copyright or your trademark. Now, there's been some argument over whether if you create something with AI, whether it's yours. So even though, like, I created, for those of you who are just turning in, this is the original, like, Crane Style Forever icon that that I had drawn and stuff like that. So I own the copyright to that. But it's totally digital, and I redid it with AI. So that would be the argument: do I own the copyright to that or the trademark? Excuse me, for that picture. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, shout out to you for drawing that, man. I could not have done that. I ain't gonna lie. That's shout out to you first. And to answer your question, yeah, it's yours because it's your creation.
I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, it's definitely his. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Like I said, I don't have a problem with using AI. I just the only time that it gets kind of foggy for me is when AI does most of the work and you don't do any hardly, and then you take credit for it. That's where I have a problem with it. But overall, I feel like AI can be an asset in like Lamar said, an assist man. So
right. And I think I mentioned this to you. I mentioned it to Lamar. The biggest problem I had with AI is just like Marzell said, you know, I saw an advertisement and it was like, you want to give your father a great birthday present? Just send in a picture of him and his name and what he likes to do. So if he likes golfing, we can write him a 100-page book about golfing. You know, he didn't write the book. He didn't know it was going to be written about him. The person who did it didn't write the book. And you know what I'm saying? But he's officially, they say he'll be an official author. And as an author myself, it's hell and high water making cover art, you know, getting the plot right, getting the 3-act structure, the characters, make sure it's intriguing. And I don't respect anybody that just does that. And now a lot of people are, you know, making children's cartoons. And they'll be like, hey, create me a children's cartoon, an idea for a children's cartoon. They'll come up with a plot, and then they'll have these other AI things draw everything. And I just don't respect that. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least come up with some idea yourself, you know?
yeah.
Well, here's the thing that a person probably will say, not me, but they'll sit up here and say, well, you know what? Yeah, I didn't do the drawing. Yeah, I didn't. I again, like I stated earlier, though, you have to feed the AI what needs to be said. I mean, and I understand what you're saying too, is that, you know, you just letting the AI do everything when it comes to that. A person with any salt would most definitely be like, hey, let me write this out, or better yet, let me proofread it, you know, before I put it out there, and not just let the AI most definitely do it. But there are different people that I follow on YouTube that actually does the script, and then they'll go ahead on and they'll give it to the AI, and then the AI, will just go ahead on and produce it.
Right.
And these people are making money. They're making money. They're not making no chump change. I mean, they are most definitely doing like Gangsta Boot, where the dollar's at. They doing it. So it's a double-edged sword. And like I said, I understand where you coming from, Mr. Scott, because you are a writer, you are a producer, and you want to it's almost like you saying that, oh yeah, I wrote the book, which you actually didn't. And that's the reason why, like, when I did my book, they asked. Amazon actually asked. They said, did you get any assistance with AI in this? And I was perfectly honest. And I said yes. And I tell people, straight up, they actually, I tell them, I say, yeah, I say, AI was my assist man in writing this book. I don't hide that. I don't lie. At least, you tell the truth about it.
Right.
I'm just
Yeah.
And I think it's just for labeling purposes, so they know, whether it was AI. I do want to say, they got some comments. Kalisha said, Lamar, ooh, Walmart, you are so right. She said that's everywhere on something we were talking about. And Karita Moss was saying Kit was AI in the Knight Rider, and she's laughing at it. So shout out to these young ladies. Everything was AI, even Star Wars. Those androids in there. Everybody talking about, I wish I had a real life R2D2 or whatever. Well, that's AI. You know what I'm saying? So,
AI's
stuff
been
like
around like forever. It's just now. It's just a full blown baby now. It's a boy.
What's different? What's different is that everybody has access to it. It was only certain people who had access to it previously, but now everybody has access to it.
That's a good point. It sure is.
It's a boy.
So the next one is deep fakes, and then this gonna be the last one, and then we're gonna give the shout outs and stuff. We were talking about this earlier, Lamar, with me and Marzel, and I had brought up deep fakes can be terrible because it makes somebody else look like they're doing something they're not doing. But in the case of, you said you like Cobra Kai too, right?
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
You remember that episode where I think that Daniel-san was having a dream or a vision, and he was fighting next to Mr. Miyagi? You know what I'm saying? So, because Mr. Miyagi, Pat Morita, he's no longer with us. So, because of deep fakes, we can do stuff like that, respectfully. And I was bringing up, a lot of the amateur videos that they've been making, they'll have like the new, like of the Avengers, the Justice League was made in the 80s, and they had the Christopher Reeve Superman, and they had the Michael Keaton Batman, and the Wonder Woman. She just told me her name, Linda Hamilton, I think. And they had all three of them fighting together. So, deep fakes can be fun and good, but it can be bad. But what's your opinion?
I mean, yeah, they can be fun. We if you recall, it was the issue with hold on, I'm gonna ask my wife. Hold on, because he probably hey baby, which one of those Super Bowls did was it what it was a deep fake with did Justin Timberlake use a deep fake with Michael? Somebody or it was, I can't remember. They did it with the artist. back in the day. I mean, it's cool to use to um try to recreate, something. Remember they did it in you bought up Star Wars. You remember um they use a hologram type deal thing in Star Wars with what's the what's the little dude that Luke
That's what I'm
Skywalker
talking-
was talking to?
Oh, Yoda.
Yoda, yeah. You remember they used that with Yoda. So it's cool. It's cool to use. If you're gonna, like you just said, if you're gonna use it right, use it in the respectful, context and everything. Don't try to just use it just to use it and just say, oh yeah, I'm gonna use it. No, I think a lot of people do it all the time when they pay tributes, to people. I think they did it with like with Tupac one time.
Yep. They did.
So
And Biggie
Oh,
and the rest of them, just like them holograms to be on stage and everything.
yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah. They probably did it. They probably did it a couple times in the Michael Jackson movie.
Oh yeah, definitely. I didn't think about that. Great movie, by the way. Y'all guys need to see it with Jafar Jackson, the nephew of Michael Jackson. Did a super excellent. Doesn't even cover how great of a job he did.
Man.
And then Kalisha, I want to give her a shout out. She said Linda Carter was Wonder Woman. Thank you for that correction. I don't know who Linda Hamilton. I don't know why I thought Linda Hamilton, but
Kalisha, you're right. You know what? I was trying to think of the name, and said when he said Linda, and he said Linda Hamilton, and I was like, I think that no, I was like, yeah, I guess that was, but yeah, it's Linda Carter, yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that. Yep. That was a great little thing. The person who made the AI video, it was good. 10 minutes left. I'm gonna give the shout outs. Do you have any other, you or Marzell? Looks like Marzell's gone. Do y'all have any final comments on the AI thing?
Man, I think I've said enough when it comes to AI. Like I said, I use it, and for those of you who do not like AI, you're using AI and you don't know it. You're using it. Like I said, with Google, if you got a Google, if you saying, hey Google, turn off the lights, hey Google, turn on the TV, you do know that's AI, right? I just want to let y'all know that is AI, because you're not physically turning on the light. You're not physically turning on the TV. And I'm not talking about using a remote. You're telling it what to do. So, I'm just saying, not to make nobody mad, but I'm just saying.
Right. Good points. Marzell, you there?
He stepped away.
I think he stepped away. I will let him get his shout outs. My internet's kind of acting crazy. So, once again, Lamar, tell me about your book.
Man, Different Skin, Same Silence. Man, for those of you that this is a book for men. My goal was to get this book out before Father's Day, and I was very successful in doing so. It's dealing with men and mental health. You know anyone that's dealing with mental health, or if you just want to get the gift, give a gift to a man who you see is kind of like going left. Man, please let him read this book. This book is not a Debbie Downer. It gives strong points and it gives you hope. I will let you guys know at the end. If you have a loved one that is dealing with mental health, man, please just listen to the person. Don't just shrug them off and be like, oh, this person's just acting in some type of way. Man, please take the time. I mean, if you're seeing the signs, because the worst thing about it is that you don't want to read about someone in the newspaper or now on social media saying that they did something out of character and you could have seriously helped that person. So this is what this book is all about. Helping, and men actually helping one another too as well. Man, like I said, I'm not a doctor. I actually did do a little copyright thing in the beginning stages of the book to let you know that I'm not a doctor. But I wanted to produce this book to help men understand that there is light at the end of the tunnel. You can get in a small group, get with a church, find a mentor, find a sponsor or whatnot, and that can help you and not making wrong decisions. And that's it. Appreciate you, bro.
Not a problem. Let me take that off. Hold on 1 minute.
Barzell is
Now,
back.
next up.
Yeah, I had to take
Yeah,
this call.
Markel is back. What'd you say?
I said I had to take a call.
That's fine. How's Obama doing?
Uh-huh.
I'm sure that's who he was talking to. How's President Obama doing?
Oh, he's well. He's doing well.
So, tell me about your nothing serious. Let's get back to something serious by talking about the Nothing Serious podcast.
Oh well, my podcast usually airs on Saturdays between 12 and 2. But you know, as of late, I've had to adjust the time. So today it'll be airing at 2, from 2 to whenever. It's usually runs about 2 hours, and it's basically talking about relationships, sex, and you know, a whole bunch of other fun stuff. You know, my favorite subject. So yeah, it's a really, really good podcast, man. I have a lot of good people on every week, and you know, it's very, very in depth about a lot of things. And I have like some panelists on the show that give it to you straight, no chaser, which makes the podcast even more funny and successful. So yeah, that's it. And you know, it's definitely not for children. So you know,
yes,
so,
definitely.
It's parental discretion is advised.
It's the BET uncut version.
I know, right? If you scared, go to church.
Yeah, definitely, man.
and I just want to say this. I kind of consider us the triad. Lamar handles music, nostalgic music mostly. Marzell handles sex and relationships, and I handle nostalgic TV shows, movies, and stuff. You guys got a taste of it around the halfway mark of what we usually talk about, but everybody wanted to talk about this AI stuff. I had to, because all of my projects that I do, like here's the first episode of The Legend of Gomeroy, and here's the second episode.
Wait a minute. Go back to the first one.
Right down.
Damn. That's all I can say.
That art looks great.
That's all I can say about that. Damn.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I mean, you know, I'm gonna tell you, no, seriously. I'm gonna tell you what that looks like. that
What's
looks
that?
like if you actually first came on Netflix and you saw that, you'll want to watch it. You'll want to watch it.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for mentioning that, because I'm in the process of putting all these episodes on Tubi, because Tubi will accept anybody, as y'all have seen, for some of the Tubi movies.
Oh,
So
yeah.
here's the second episode that's already came out. And then the third episode is in the works right now. So I do want to show y'all the new the trailer. It's only a minute. The new trailer for the second episode. I haven't done the trailer for the third one, but here's the one for the second one.
It's all right. You're safe now.
Second episode.
That's dope.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's dopeness.
I appreciate that.
If that was a drug, I'll take that.
Sniffing.
They
and
know the
putting
drugs,
it in.
everybody. They know the drugs, everybody.
And what Lamar said, keep that dope out your vein and hope in your vein.
You'll never get nowhere
Because you're
smoking the pipe.
smoking
Never. Never.
the pipe. You want to be smart and get your lesson out in school?
Get away from the in crowd. Get a close guy.
You have to be from Clarksdale or Memphis to understand that reference. Yes, sir. Of course, y'all can reach. You can reach me at Cranestyle Forever. That's KRANESTYLE Forever at gmail.com. You can also check me out on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook under the name Cranestyle Forever. That's KRANESTY. Marzell, do you have you got a podcast today, right?
Yep, at 2:00.
That is, let me emphasize something to everybody. That's 2
p.m. Eastern.
You don't want to know. How would I do, Tom? I very much want to know before I put on my hedgehog flavored snow cone.
All right, can y'all hear me?
Now I can. 2 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. 2 p.m. Eastern time. Do you have a link? Where can they go if they want to join in on your podcast?
To YouTube. It's the Nothing Serious Podcast. You got to put the Nothing Serious Podcast.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Nothing G-rated podcast. I got you.
G-rated.
Yeah. Hey, look.
G-rated.
Hey,
You
look,
must be nothing but good podcast, because ain't nothing G. Because the G ain't hey, still lying because the G ain't in you.
Right.
Hey, man. it's definitely like podcast that you're definitely going to laugh, and you're definitely going to experience a lot of realness.
Oh man, yes. What kind of subjects do y'all do again?
Relationships and sex and some celebrity news, depending on what's going on.
Right,
But
right.
mostly relationships and sex is what we're the subject matter.
Okay. And what would the topic be about today?
Oh, it's gonna be any and everything about sex today.
Let's talk about sex, baby.
Yeah, because today I'm gonna let the panelists like come up with questions that they want to ask the opposite sex about things. So I'm just without telling too much, you have to come and look at the podcast to find out what's going to be said.
Gotcha. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Locking up for some reason.
Man, it's gonna be wild.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. I didn't mean I meant to the podcast off. I just not saw this picture. It is something sad, but we as old school people, we all love the show Sanford Son 227, and unfortunately, he just passed away. Is it Hal Williams? Wow. What's his name? Yeah, Hal Williams. He just passed away recently. And so I'm not sure he was in his 90s. So as far as Sanford and Son, I think there's only one more of the main cast that's still alive, and that was Happy. I think he's the last one that's still alive. So my condolences to his family, friends, and fans. I loved him on 227 just as much as I loved him on Sanford and Son. So
yeah.
I meant to select shout outs and stuff like that at the beginning. So y'all remind me next time we do a podcast.
Okay.
So Marzel's doing his podcast in exactly less than 1 hour. Lamar, when are you going to do your podcast? Next week.
It's to be announced. It's to be announced. Don't know when. I'm a kind of push maybe. I'm gonna see how things gonna be next weekend. If not, then it's to be announced. But
okay.
But yeah,
like I said, I kind of wanted to. We'll talk privately about this, but I did want to incorporate like the video soul type thing because I had a million different. What'd you say?
No, I'm saying sure. Let's do it.
Man, I don't know how it's gonna go, but I just Video Soul, 106 in Park, Rap City, all these musical shows that we don't have nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, unfortunately.
And I know
I miss watching videos, man. I remember that's to be the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
it sure was after school.
I think, like I said in my last podcast, MTV's first video was Video Killed the Radio Storm, and YouTube actually killed the radio storm, I think. Because now you can go watch a video whenever you want to, instead of having to wait and watch for your favorite video. If you want to go see a video now, you can just type it in YouTube and there you have it. So yeah, I mean, no shade on YouTube. Love YouTube, love it, but I just feel like that's what killed the video storm right there.
It did. Well, that goes back to the whole AI thing, taking away jobs. It's not AI, but nothing lasts forever, unfortunately. I was talking about Blockbuster. And, that's one other point I wanted to make. Places like Blockbuster, Toys R Us, they basically went out of business because, new technology came up. They were saying, hey, computers are the next thing. Y'all need to build websites. Y'all need to, stream stuff. They didn't do it. They thought that their old format would stay forever. And now they're out of business because they didn't update with the technology. So that's the way I look at it. All of my, most of my stuff on my page it has some AI influence, but that's the way that it goes nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So
you know what? Speaking on that, not to hold up the podcast, but I remember when we went from cartridges to CDs for video games. I was like, man, how the hell am I gonna play this CD, with video games? And that's all we do now. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is on disc.
Well, actually, we're trying to go back to disc because it's mostly you download it to like the Xbox account or your PlayStation account, and everything is just going away. You know what I'm saying? That's why everybody is going back to CDs. That's a thing for Lamar, I guess. Everybody's buying tapes and CDs and records again because with the digital stuff, even with like my Pandora account, the Pandora can go out of business, and I won't have no music to listen to or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, that's a good little subject, man. We need to talk about that too. I'm glad you mentioned it. So, so we gotta get off. I gotta take the kids somewhere, and I'm gonna prepare for your podcast. Okay. I might talk to you while I'm in the car if that's cool with you.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, you can call me.
Yeah. So I appreciate Mr. Marzell Paler. I appreciate Mr. Lamar Hicks. I appreciate Karita, Kalisha, Mr. Jackson, who gave the comments earlier. He brought up some good points. Like I said, here's my email address. You can get on my Facebook, my TikTok, all under Crane Style Forever. Let me know if y'all have a topic y'all want me to talk about. It doesn't have to be nostalgic, but just make sure it's nothing like politics and current events and stuff like that. I'm not getting into that. Try to make it as fun as possible. We can talk about TV shows, video games, whatever. If you have a topic for Marzell, you can email. Can they email you right there?
They can text. They can message me on Instagram, The Man of Steel 1981, and my email is mpaler1981@gmail.com.
Impaler, what's that?
1981@gmail.com.
At gmail.com. Let's see if this is right. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, great. Lamar, what's your email? Do you want to put an email address or any type of contact information?
No, they could just message me on Facebook, man. They can just message me on Facebook.
Lamar said, F all that, man.
No, man.
You don't know weirdos.
You right. You right, but
You don't want no AI generated weirdo stuff, huh?
No, man. Just hit me up on Facebook, man. That's all good, man. I think we're really good. All jokes aside, I think we're really good about tagging one another anyway. So people can find us and everything and whatnot. But man, this is glad to be on the podcast, man. Like I said, I haven't been back on the podcast like in about 3-4 weeks. I was feeling withdrawal there for a second. But Marzell, I'm most definitely gonna try to get on yours. I actually have an event to go to later on.
Okay.
And everything. But what I would do is that I'll try to grab my headset and so I can listen in, man, because I know it's gonna be fired. Man, we got some stuff, man. Marzell, look, I know we got to get off, but let me tell y'all, man, NFL players,
basketball play athletes in general. Have your stuff in order. Have your stuff in order. Because if you don't, somebody gonna take it away from you.
Yeah.
Who you talking about? That athlete that got divorced and had to pay. Yeah, I know who you talking about.
You can't say
And
no
had to
name
pay his wife his. Huh?
because I already know who you're talking about. I didn't know if it was against the rules to say the name.
No. Say the name.
I'm not saying the name because I don't watch sports, so I don't know his name.
No.
You know?
Talking about Tyreek Hill.
Yes.
I guess.
Yes, Tyreek Hill. Yes, man. That's some
I
bullshit,
saw that
man.
article. Yeah,
17
it
months,
is, man.
17 months of marriage, and she get that amount of money. That's crazy, man.
That's why a lot of people are not getting married. I know we talk about that on your podcast. A lot of people are dead set against marriage and stuff like that, and that's kind of like the reason why. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Murphy talking about that. You know, about Johnny Carson's wife, and it was like, you know, he that rich, all you got to sleep with him, and you know, you don't have to cook for him because you're going out to eat. So you know, so that's another thing for your podcast. Tune in at 2:00. to get the Marzel's podcast to get the longer version of this. So
Man, look, man, peace out, man. Peace out, y'all. And I'll holler back at y'all, man.
Okay.
All right, take care, guys.
All right.
All right.
All right, later.